Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Everyday Upland. So, I'm here to talk about something a little different. It includes Upland, but more so the metaverse and how Upland has a huge opportunity. If done right, Upland can make a big splash in the metaverse and be around for a very long time. So I'm very bullish on Upland overall. I'm very bullish on metaverse, especially gaming parts of metaverse, because there's so much opportunity there. Gaming is quite popular. Um, a big part of Web 3.0 and the metaverse will be gaming. So if Upland can do it right, they have a huge opportunity here to be one of the staples in the metaverse and a place where people who buy NFTs outside of Upland can come into Upland and display and show off their NFTs. And an idea that I always had, and a reason why I buy some of the properties that I buy, I haven't gotten like a museum or anything as yet, but that's one of the properties I'm looking to purchase, whether it's in a new city or on the secondary market. And the reason why is I think NFTs, whether it's ape NFT, whether it's legits, whether it's any type of NFTs that are out now, whichever ones are the popular ones. I'm not really necessarily into NFTs all that much. A friend of a friend's is working on some NFTs, and I'm hoping that I will be able to get a few, get a museum, and I'll display those NFTs. This is why I think the whole Meta Ventures, I'm very bullish on that as well because NFTs in my museum on display. This is why I'm hoping Upland can do some more stuff with the buildings that we're building in the metaverse right now, because in the game right now, because if you think about it, if we're able to enter into these buildings and see, like for example, a museum and see what they have in the showing there or whatever it is, there's a huge opportunity for Upland to do it because the whole motto of Upland is to rebuild the world. So we can do that. We can do it here in this game using NFTs from all over, whether it's other games, whether it's from OpenSea, wherever NFTs are sold, Upland could be the place that people come in, you purchase a property, or you submit your NFTs to a museum to be on display, and NFTs could be on display for a week, 2 weeks, a month, and then if people are interested, they can always purchase it in these museums. They can go and bid on it because I'm sure auctions and stuff are happening for these things. You can hold auctions inside the metaverse. You can hold art events inside Upland. You can hold auctions inside Upland, just by being able to enter into some of these buildings and being able to walk around and view what's there. And I think something like Oculus is something that is in the future that is perfectly made for Upland. Because at the end of the day, right, if you're able to see all these NFTs on display. Um, you're able to purchase these NFTs. For example, not only art, clothing, shoes, and those type of things are very popular as well in the NFT space, and a lot of people create those. And for example, you can come into Upland, right? There is someone owns a plaza, somebody owns a mall, somebody owns a marketplace where you can go and display all of your NFT shoes, clothing, other types of NFTs that you have, whether it's I can't remember any of the names right now, but like for example, like llama. There's this one called I don't I don't remember. It's llama. but anyways, my whole point is like Upland has an opportunity where they could make spaces available for people to display their NFTs, whether it's in a museum, like I said before, advertise on billboards, various opportunities. So if Upland can position themselves properly and get it and make it easier for NFTs to be transferred from one game or one marketplace into Upland, so it could be used in all these buildings that we're building up, what we're rebuilding the world with, and make some usage of these properties that people have for sale. You know, there's a lot of opportunity there. Upland is in the perfect place right now because this whole idea of rebuilding the world opens a lot of doors, and it makes it easier for people to just be creative. And even recently, Upland has been having their um, players participate in voting for structures that they have coming up in various cities. I think they need to like also have that, plus have the people create their own and be able to bring it in, make it unique designs other than the designs that we've all have already seen already. Um, you know, it would be quite interesting if Upland can provide a space for that where you can see a design, an NFT design, you purchase that design, and you have the most unique home on the block. Nobody else have that necessarily home design or that statue or anything. Like so much opportunity is here for Upland in the metaverse. This is why I'm very bullish on the metaverse, and Upland is one of the reasons why I'm so bullish on the metaverse and NFTs. There's so much opportunities here. Upland can do so much if they just position themselves right. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you know, Upland is a great game. I enjoy playing this game. Like I enjoy cruising around the city and seeing what properties are available. And one other thing too, I would like for Upland to work on is my phone is charging right now, but their mobile part of it, because I have some issues sometimes where I'm going through and I'm clicking on properties and I want to screenshot the property for later when I'm going to buy it or send my block explorer there. And a lot of times what happens is that the game resets and starts fresh and I lose where I was. And also in the search, for example, in the game, it would be awesome if for when it comes to properties, right? You're able to sort it by city, right? So you'll be able to sort it by city and possibly by highest UPEX earned. Those are the two things that would be awesome if you could sort both. You could do by the city and by the highest UPEX, because that will make it a little bit easier for someone to find a property to say, for example, I want to build on this property in this city. This will be my museum where I can display all the NFTs that I've bought from other places and I've brought into the game. So Upland is a great game. It's fantastic. I enjoy playing it, but I think some of these changes and repositioning themselves to be in a position where you can incorporate a lot of different parts of the metaverse into this game. Like for example, there's a lot of cryptocurrencies right now that the major thing that they're working on is interoperability, meaning everything can connect and work together. And Upland has a huge opportunity where they could make other parts of the metaverse, of gaming, NFTs, all combined into one place, and Upland could be that place because there's so many other types of metaverses out there that have kind of been more popular than Upland. And I also feel like that Upland should also make it a little bit more of an incentive for you to build. right? Like I understand Spark is the price that it is, but Upland could create more of an incentive where guys that build properties have opportunity to use those properties for something else other than just having it there as a building. And a lot of players in Upland are creating nodes, and these nodes necessarily aren't useful if you can't use the buildings for something, because not every individual there I think should have a shop. Like that would be way too many shops, right? You need to have uh like I said, a museum to display art. You can have a coliseum for games, or you can have a place for art shows. You can have different things that we have today in our communities, or the downtown center cores could be these upland communities that are being built by these players. And you could have so much. You could have concert venues. You can have so many things. I know it's right now, it's not really possible to have a certain amount of people to watch a concert, but it's very simple. All you need to do, you can have it live, right? You could do it pre-recorded, and I would suggest all of them are pre-recorded, and you give people a scheduled time to show up to watch that event, right? They don't need to know exactly when that event was recorded. That's not really important. But to be able to immerse yourself into this and be a part of the event is what a lot of people are looking for. And the Oculus idea in Upland would work so amazing. Like, for example, with, say, like some VR glasses or Oculus goggles, right? Upland is now bringing cars into this game, right? You can purchase various types of vehicles that they have planned. Imagine this. You're able to have something similar to like an F1 experience in Upland. And this can be held on a weekly basis. You have a weekly basis, I think, for a 4 month season where you have one season or two seasons or two different things where one is a truck rally, one is a F1 style or off road rally. And people who are here in Upland can say, okay, all right, I'm going to buy tickets at this shop, right? You have a shop, two or three shops throughout the whole cities in Upland where you can purchase tickets to go to these events. You don't have to be in LA because or Las Vegas because that's where the event is being held. We have an area in Detroit, an area in Cleveland, an area in LA where everyone can show up and watch that event that is being taken place. I think fashion shows, especially fashion shows with NFTs of clothing, can be held in Upland. Auctions can be held in Upland for NFTs. Galleries, photo galleries, markets, so many things can be done in Upland. And once we get utility, more utility for these homes, these properties, these structures that we're building, you can incorporate all of these things in the game. I know right now they're having a little bit of issue with city openings and the glitches and things slowing down, but you could they could do it in a way where um, you limit the amount of people that are able to do things at the same time. So, for example, you will have a fashion show that's 10, 15 minutes at this location, and then you after that you have a car event at this location. So every time that amount of people shuts off, and this amount of people is now on, and just flip it back and forth like that. So things are going on all the time, right? But you limit it to whatever amount of people you're allowed, like a stadium. You only have a limited amount of people. So you could schedule these events out throughout the day, throughout the weeks and the months and the years, and just do it like that. And also, they need to speed up the build. If they're going to do that, not now, but if they're going to do that, they need to speed up how we build homes. Like, I understand you have to purchase Spark, you can rent Spark, and all these various things, but you can speed up how we build homes when it when and if Upland decides to incorporate a lot of these different ideas that I'm talking about, hopefully, they can work on one or two of them, test it out, especially with cars coming in. You could have it where there's a race day. People can compete all week, and then Sunday at 7 o'clock Eastern or specific time, whatever it is, you have a race day where you have maybe three races. You have one at 11 o'clock, then you have 11:15, 11:30, and 11:45, just for an hour in the day, just to test it out, see how many people will show up, see what it's like if people are able to purchase Oculus, or if they already have it, they can just immerse themselves into that experience for that 1 hour in the day. You know what I mean? Just try that out, see how it works. You're bringing cars into the game, you're having racing. Yes, the people who are going to be racing, it's fun, but there's also people who like to watch. Because I remember when I was younger, a lot of games I would just sit and watch. And if you go right now on YouTube and just look at the views that these gamers get, it's unbelievable. And Upland can incorporate something like that in their game, in this game, right? And make it so that you have, let's say, out of the 300,000 players that Upland has right now, maybe you limit it to 100,000 per 15 minutes. So once that 15 minutes up, the second 100,000 can go, then the third and the fourth and the fifth, and you just make it 15-minute blocks, and they can watch that race event. Um, yeah, or other race events. Just like I said, it's like a stadium. There's limited seats, right? There's limited seats for the first section of the race, second, third, and finals. There's limited amounts, and people will pay whether UPEX or pay using US dollars or whatever it is. You just limit the amount of people who are able to see these things. And also, you can do that with every part of this game. You can do that with the fashion shows, the galleries, so on and so forth. If you know your max of, like, you won't be doing any transactions. Once people are in, they're in. Because I think it's a transaction part of Upland that slows the game down. So even if people are using it to view a race or a fashion show or whatever it is, it would just be like us logging on, right? It would be just based on that individual's internet speed, and that will, determine if they're able to stick around and watch whatever event it is that they watch. And you make it that if they get logged out, that's okay. They can still come back in. Their seat's still available. No one jumps in their spot. They're still able to click on and watch the game. It's it's something that I think would be quite awesome in this game. Like, really awesome if Upland could do that. Because at the end of the day, this game has a huge opportunity for us guys who play this game to be a part of something very special. You know what I mean? So yeah, like, I just clicked onto the game right now. It's not really about this game tonight. Um, it was more so about sharing why I believe I'm very bullish on the metaverse, and Upland is one of those games that could make a lot of people look at the game, want to play the game because of the huge opportunities that are here. And yeah, so that's all I really came on. Only the last minute or so of it I put on the Upland game. But at the end of the day, I'm very interested in this game. I'm very bullish, and I think Upland has an opportunity to be here for a very long time. All right, if you like what I have to say, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and tune in every day for Everyday Upland. All right, guys, see you next time. Thank you. Bye.